in a sense, what do you guys people to come over to this side?
I'm trying to remember video the other day. What was that?
I can't remember what I was talking about. We'll do a new session, right? Because it's
No, you have to check.
Cool. Someone who hasn't met you, it's the first encounter with you, or people that haven't talked with you in a while. We're trying to. Am I recording this? Basically, why are you doing this? I want to know that.
Okay, so you're just going to ask me questions.
I'll ask you questions, and then this is kind of like an impromptu type.
Okay, all right.
People get to know the Arredondos and what you guys are doing for the community.
Okay.
Yeah, so talk, be natural. This is true, there is a camera and I'm talking to you, but
Okay.
why are you doing what you're doing?
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Good, you go ahead and start.
Okay. Okay, I'm really excited because finally after, oh my gosh, 20 years of having the vision. I know Mark and I, when we were first dating, we wanted to open our own gym way back, but we knew we couldn't because we had to work and raise kids. So now we're finally able to do what our passion is to help people really be the best version of them. I want especially women and men not to be afraid of food who are overweight, not to be afraid of food, and to know that they can have carbs, to know that they can eat 5 times a day or 6 times a day and still lean out and lose weight. I know Mark and I are in our 50s, and I'm happy that we're able to still look good and to be fit and to feel healthy and energized.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Carol and I have been eating and exercising our whole lives, eating healthy and exercising our whole lives. But what attracted me to Carol 33 years ago was our love for fitness. But you know, we would spend hours and hours in the gym, and we realized we weren't really changing. What were we missing? We were missing that element of eating good. And eating the proper ratios and the proper amounts. And so we really dug down deep and started testing other diets, trying the Body for Life diet, the Max Muscle diet, the Paleo diet, you name it, we did it. Even the NutriShakes and those things, we tried them all. Mm-hmm. And what we found was that we came up with a good balanced, just went back to balanced whole foods, 40, 30, 30 breakup of protein, carbs, and
we like
fats.
40% protein, 30% carbs, and 30% fat. So it's just very attainable, and it keeps you stable all throughout the day, so it's not low carb, high fat, high protein. We just try to keep things stable that way.
Pretty stable, yeah.
And I have to interject is I really truly believe that I had a dysfunctional eating habit growing up. I grew up in a Mexican family, so it was just eating lots of fats and
beans,
refried
rice.
beans and things, and I just wasn't attracted to that. So it started in my high school years where I think I was more anorexic, that I would go for long periods of time not eating to stay thin. I was a cheerleader and in gymnastics, and I wanted to look good. So I wouldn't eat for long periods of time. Then I was always fit, so everyone thought, oh gosh, she looks so good. But to look back now, I didn't have a healthy relationship with food. Then I went into college, and I would go long periods of time, and then I would overeat, and I'd feel sad and depressed about it. So to make a long story short, I was very afraid to eat 5 times a day because I thought food is my enemy. It's going to make me gain weight. I'm going to get fat. It was very healing for me now to not be afraid of food. It's so nice to be able to eat breakfast instead of waking up and saying, I'm going to see how far I can go without eating so I can keep my weight down. So I would go to like noon or 1 o'clock to eat because I'm not hungry. I'll just drink coffee. And then I would eat, and then I wouldn't eat for a long time. And by 7 o'clock at night, I'm famished, and nothing would satisfy me. I would continuously eat. and then I would start the cycle again. So now, in the morning, it's so nice, that's why they call it breakfast, that I can actually eat and not be afraid. Now I'm afraid not to eat. If I don't eat, I know I'm gonna gain weight, and I have a fear now of that. So I make sure I eat every 3 hours. If I don't eat, I start to gain weight and my body composition changes. That's, I think, the biggest thing that why I'm doing this is I want people to have a healthy relationship with food. I want them to know and trust that food is not their enemy, and that they can transform their body. It's just such a gift to me, and that's the main thing that I want to do, is to teach people how to eat, how to combine their protein, carbs, and fats, and trust that the program works and they will be able to lean out. That's why I'm here, is I don't want people to go through the first 30 years of what I went through in my life. In my 30s is when I changed things around. And the last 20 years it's been amazing, and I'm in my 50s. My next goal is to get in my best shape of my life again, to show people in their 50s how we can be a badass again, you know.
Yeah.
And is it possible for those who have doubts?
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so possible.
It is. Carol and I, when we found that balance where we started to develop a healthy relationship with food, people would come up to us and say, "You guys look amazing," or "How do you do that?" or "How do you perform at that level at the CrossFit Games 3 years in a row?" or bodybuilding. And they said, "Oh, it must come easy to you. You must have good genetics." And we're just the opposite. We come from Latin families where everybody's heavy, like Carol said, and our staple food was beans and rice and that starchy foods. But when
churros and chicharrones and all this stuff, and
But when we found out the proper ratios and balances, it just came natural for us, and we've been doing it for so long that we've incorporated it into our lives. And as our kids have grown up and been athletes throughout their lives, they're eating just like we. When Carol prepares food, it's for the entire family. It's not just for us. And so now we're trying to give that gift back to people, to teach them how to eat properly, how to not fear the food, and just to understand that they can eat whole foods and not be afraid of eating carbohydrates or fats in their diets or things like that. In the proper ratios and amounts, you can maintain, you can gain muscle mass or lean out depending on what you want to do.
I think another thing that I really want to stress to people is why I wanted to do this and really just make it more available to people, is to know that they could really hit the restart button. I think I get discouraged, where I think, oh my gosh, I'm off track, I'm starting to gain weight again, I'm feeling horrible. As soon as I clean up my diet and I start to get my goals again, start to evaluate my days and work the steps of what I'm teaching you, is I start to see my body change, my energy levels, and I just hit that restart button. And that truly is just amazing, that I want to share, is don't give up. Hit the restart button. My restart button, if there was letters on my restart button, are all gone. There's nothing, because I've hit that restart button so many times through my 50 years of life. But I'm not going to give up. Another thing that I always do is set goals, is never stop setting goals and having a vision for yourself. My next goal is I'm going to be running the LA Marathon in a couple of months. So I always setting goals all the time. After that, it'll be something else. Is like Mark always enters competitions. He's gone to the games 3 times. So he's had shoulder surgery. He's discouraged because he's lost his size. And now he's recovering, so he can start setting goals.
But I will start setting goals again. Yeah. And whether it's in CrossFit or not, it'll be something. Carol and I now start talking about, we talk about seasons in our life. And we've gone through so many seasons with kids and college students and, taking care of our parents and, going to funerals, deaths in our families. We've gone through all those seasons, and we've got plenty more seasons. We've been together 33 years. But we talk about what are we going to do in this next season. We've been doing CrossFit I've been doing it for almost 11 years. Carol's been doing it for half dozen years. And so now we talk about possibly hiking now and maybe some other sport,
A new sport.
We want to set new goals. Carol's going to run the marathon. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to do something entirely different. But I will be setting new goals. And we look forward to our next chapter and season of our life.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you invite people to join you in this new chapter?
Absolutely. Yeah. We want people to join us. We want people to enjoy a healthy lifestyle, whatever they're doing. We want this healthy eating and exercising to translate out into their everyday lives, whether they're out hiking or running or cycling or whatever. Come join us to start hiking. That's what we want to start doing. Yeah.
It's fun when you're starting new journeys and new chapters of your life. To me, there's a saying that surround yourself around people on the same mission as you. They're going to build you up, instead of tearing you down or like, why are you doing that? Or what's the point? Or, so we're excited. We're excited. The main thing is to give people hope that they can change, even as they're getting older or they've given birth 4 times. We have a lot of before and afters, is never give up. Mm-hmm. There's a plan out there, and I'm not saying our way is the only way. I just feel that our plan works for us, and we want to invite you to try it. And what do you have to lose except weight?
Or inches.
Yeah, or inches, yeah.
All right. Well, here we have the Arredondos. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Francisco, for having us.
Great. Cool.
All right.
All right.